The Kid LAROI. Let's talk about it.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 10. I'm back with another gosh darn dang episode. Welcome to the show, guys. How y'all doing? We got a good show because we got the Kid LAROI. Guys. Kid LAROI, we've been talking about him for a while now. Probably since I started my podcast show, my podcast journey 4 years ago. We were covering the Kid LAROI when the Kid LAROI was first releasing. Now, I love the Kid LAROI. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. One of the best artists right now that are doing it right now. I just think, with the production, with the vocals, the Kid LAROI's singing, his rapping ability too is pretty good too. Able to flow effortlessly on these beats. He sounds absolutely goddamn fire. And he's been on this kick recently, this fuck love kick. And, when I was listening to the Kid LAROI 4 years ago, I said, there's massive potential. There's, his voice is a little squeaky. That's going to, run out. Back in the day when I was recording those episodes, shit, guys, my voice was fucking squeaky, all right? And I was fucking complaining. Some things never goddamn change. But, guys, let's talk about this damn song. We got the Kid LAROI featuring Quavo, Slow It Down. And I was checking out this track. I saw some teasers for it. The hook was being teased a lot.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McCain SureCrisp fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. To the last bite, McCain SureCrisp fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
From the Kid LAROI. I love this back and forth from Quavo and the Kid LAROI. We were really seeing it in the little teaser that he was showing. And yeah, guys, let's talk about this song. But before we get into this review, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications. This is the last episode of the week, but we'll be back Thursday night with brand new content. So yeah, we'll be back with that. But let's get into this review, guys. I got a couple of points I want to get off my chest. Starting off with my first point, let's talk about this beat. This beat is pretty good. When I was really listening to this beat and I was really, wondering if I was going to enjoy this beat. I really do. You know, it's not the simple pop beat, or it's not the basic, you know, sample and then trap drums, which Kid LAROI does do a lot, and I think he does rely on that kind of production style, you know, have a sample, have those hard-hitting trap drums, and then call it a day. That he really relies on that a lot, but he usually, you know, counteracts with good vocals, a good verse, a good hook. You know, he always counteracts that. This is one of those where I go, oh, you know, this beat's really fire. You know, it's got these kind of R&B elements. I love that kind of violin at the end, and all these just elements just really combine together, in my humble opinion. And I think that Kid LAROI sounds his most best on this beat, in my 100% goddamn opinion. Don't know why I threw in the 100% there, but I did. And that's going to lead off to my second point, the hook. The hook is really fun. Quavo, the Kid LAROI playing off each other's verses. And I really enjoy that, and I always like that. I like it when a feature does more than just being the feature. When a feature can actually, you know, contribute to the whole song and actually bring a whole thing to it. When you can do that, I really goddamn enjoy that, in my humble goddamn opinion. So I really like that too. And then my third point, you know, the Kid LAROI's verse, you know, these are just my points, guys, so I'm not going to go into detail yet. I did write a review for this one, so we will do a full review. But one of the things that I really like about this verse is that the Kid LAROI sounds really good on his verse, and I really do enjoy that. You know, I like that, and I think he does sound really good on here. My only thing.
Make this summer count with Harvard Summer School. With Harvard's free college programs, high school students gain confidence and insight into what college is all about, challenge themselves, and discover new friends. There are over 200 courses to choose from, including college credit courses, so it's the ideal way for students to learn something new, but most importantly, have fun. Visit info.summer.harvard.edu/Spotify to learn more.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
About this verse is that, sorry y'all, my ex-wife just knocked at my window in my shelter. Anyways, let's continue this review. Let's get this started, guys. Those are my points. Those are how I'm feeling. And the Kid LAROI had 2 verses, and I really enjoy those 2 verses. So those are my points. Those are for the ADHD people. Put down the phone. Let's get this review. Let's go fully in depth now, guys. The Kid LAROI featuring Quavo. Slow it down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that beat. Now, like I said, guys, this beat is pretty good. It's got these kind of R&B elements, and, we have that violin, kind of combines it in the back. And those bouncy drums, I really enjoy this beat. And overall, the production is just really top-notch, really good here. Actually putting a little bit different into what the Kid LAROI production usually is. So I really enjoy that. Really good on here. The hook, let's talk about the hook. The hook is pretty all right. Now, the hook is pretty all right. The only thing is I wish it would hit harder for me. I like how Quavo is involved in the hook. I just feel like it's a little bit too short, and I kind of wish there was a little bit more to it. When I'm listening to this song and I'm kind of, soaking it in, it did take me a few times that I needed to replay back because, when I was really listening to the hook, I was bobbing my head. I was enjoying the hook, but I wasn't enjoying everything. And I think there is a little bit of this hook does feel a little bit too short. I feel like there could have just been a little bit more here. And even if it was just like Quavo, even if Quavo added just a little bit more off to the hook, just to make it a little bit more beefier. I feel like this hook just kind of ends short. And that's fine. The hook doesn't have to be the main thing about this song. And I don't think it has to be. Clearly, the two verses were definitely the main thing about this song. But, I really wish there was just more to the hook. If there was a little bit more, I feel like I would have scored it a lot more higher than usual. Because this is a better track from Kid LAROI than usual. But that hook is just kind of, going, I wish there was a little bit more, The vocals are great, but the flow of the hook is just way too fast, and it kind of just feels me just leaving just a little bit more. Now, let's talk about Quavo. Quavo did have his own verse. Quavo's verse was really good. He sounded and fit really well on this beat. I mean, I was really surprised that Quavo sounded so damn good on this beat. I mean, this beat fits this man to the T, or the tier, or to the fucking everything. I mean, this guy absolutely damn killed it. All right? His flows hit, and overall, he had a really great verse in my humble gosh darn dang opinion. Quavo did it. He did his thing. The Kid LAROI. Now, the Kid LAROI's two verses were good too. Those vocals and those vocal switch-ups. I really love how, there was flow switches and there was also vocal switch-ups. And I really wish those vocal switch-ups could have been in the hook too. I feel like it would make it so much better. And honestly, it would, it would make it where it's like, the hook might be a little short, but at least there's like this to it. And I can just kind of excuse it from being really short and kind of, lacking. But I really enjoy these two verses. I love the flows here. I love the vocal switch-ups. Always going to advocate for this. Always going to praise this stuff because I feel like switch-ups, vocally switch-ups, flow-wise, all of that stuff, guys, I feel like you have to have it in your song. You have to give a little bit more to your song to make it sound a little bit more to it. Because to be honest with y'all, when I'm listening to, new music that drops every week, I do get a little tired of hearing the same fucking shit. So when you have artists like the Kid LAROI that are absolutely killing it, and the vocals and the flows, making them sound really just great. Overall, guys, this is a pretty nice track, and I would score it higher if the hook was good. If the hook was good. If the hook had a little bit more to it. So it is gonna be on the lower end, but guys, it will be on the lower end because I feel like I have to do it and I have to be honest with y'all. And I can't be, the biased, the Kid LAROI fan like I usually, which I pretty much am. But, if it would be a little higher if the hook would hit. But for now, guys, I really enjoyed this track. Go check it out. Overall, I'm going to give this track a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, what'd you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Last episode of the week. Hopefully, I'll be out of this damn shelter. And, y'all, guys, I just want to tell y'all, I'm finally getting away from my ex-wife. It is time to close this chapter of my life. We got to end this whole thing with her husband, soon-to-be husband. Yeah, that's how annoying this shit's getting. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Hopefully we'll end that soon. And yeah, bye.